Hey, my name's Joe from MakeUseOf.com, and this is Vector, the intelligent home assistant robot with a personality. Not only can he see, hear and talk to you, but he can think for himself. Throw in some Alexa-style voice assistance and you may be looking at the greatest robot since Lost in Space. Let's see what he can do. Vector drives around on tank-like treads and uses his camera, microphone, touch sensors, accelerometer and voice synthesizer to communicate with you and interact with his environment. Not only will he self-charge when his built-in battery runs low, but he's small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Costing $250, Vector's not cheap, but he's not a toy. Sold as your first home robot, Vector represents a mashup between an Amazon Echo and a remote-controlled car. Here's the breakdown. Measuring 4 by 2.5 by 2.75 inches and weighing just over 6 ounces, Vector can run around like a mad thing for just over an hour. He'll return to his included dock to charge when his battery runs low, but you'll need to supply a 5V 1A USB charger. With a quad-core Snapdragon processor running at 1.2 GHz, a 4 microphone array, 720p camera, Bluetooth, cliff sensors, Wi-Fi and a laser, Vector has more tech than many mobile phones, and this gives him his personality. By using his colour IPS display, camera, lasers and sensors, Vector can recognise you. He can navigate his environment, play games, answer your questions and perform all the usual stuff you'd expect from a home assistant, such as looking up the weather or setting a timer. Don't expect him to fetch your washing or put the dinner on, however. He's more than willing to help, but he can't quite climb the stairs or lift anything larger than his cube. By using the forklift on the front, Vector can manipulate his single cube. He'll entertain himself with this if you stop paying attention to him, or you can ask him to do tricks with it. Gold sensors on his head and back contrast nicely with his black paint job, but these aren't just for show. These are capacitive touch sensors, and they let you pet Vector like a dog. You get excited and look at you with his robot eyes when you do this. And the Anki team have done an incredible job with his animations and emotions. Simple expressions and movements really help him come alive. And like Disney's WALL-E character, it really feels like Vector is alive and a real robot. Vector has several sensors on his base. These help him to detect edges, and he uses them to ensure you won't drive off a table or high surface. That's the theory, at least. In reality, it's a bit more complex than that. Due to the placement of these sensors and the locations of his tracks, Vector gets dangerously close to the edge before he stops. He's not fallen off yet, but it's only a matter of time. He charges around so fast we thought he was going to fall off several times. If you pick him up or place him on an unstable surface, he'll get worried. He'll use the accelerometer to do this and give you real-time feedback about his concerns. Like any gadget, you'll need some time to configure Vector and get him settled into his home forever. You'll need to use the mobile app to perform initial configuration and registration, but after that you're under no obligation to keep using it. His CPU is beefy enough to do all the hard work, without having to use your phone's processor. The app pairs with Vector over Bluetooth, but you'll soon connect him directly to the internet. I know what you're thinking, all the films you've seen where advanced robotics projects connect to the internet. What could possibly go wrong? But fear not, as Vector isn't malicious. He's like a young sibling or an innocent newborn kitten, curious and inquisitive, but never mean. Like all modern hardware, Vector needs a software update before he'll even wake up. This was really flaky for us and took a whole afternoon to download. We're not sure if this is just our model or if the Anki servers will scale up as the demand increases over Christmas. Gone are the days of opening the box and getting playing immediately. Once updated, you'll need to create an Anki account if you don't have one already. When you're ready, you can begin to wake Vector up and settle him into his new home. He'll learn your name and speak it with his awesome little robot voice. He'll use his camera to learn what you look like and identify you throughout the rest of his life, unless you wipe his memory, that is. Talking is almost exclusively the only way to interact with Vector. The app provides basic configuration settings, but the vast majority of pages are simple cartoons, guiding you on what to say to Vector. While it's nowhere near as fast or responsive as an Amazon Echo, Vector still answers your queries in a reasonable time. Not only can he take photos with you, but he can set timers and play blackjack. Ask him for the weather and he'll animate it on his screen. Clouds roll in and the rain starts pouring, for example. You can also ask him a question or give him a task. Want to know how many kilometres in a mile? What about a maths question or the result of a sports game? Vector can handle most questions just fine, but he's not there just yet. Ask him to dance, however, and he's well away. Vector will continue to get new skills in the future, and the next biggest update planned is Alexa integration. You'll soon be able to ask your robot pal to turn off the lights, check your notifications, or forward you pictures from the doorbell. And this is where Vector has so much potential. Once more and more integrations come, he turned from a fun little toy to a wicked assistant on wheels. Nothing will hold him down as he races around the house, arranging your laundry, checking your emails, or just generally hanging out. He's an awesome little robot companion, but he's not perfect right now. While he's got a few upgrades, he is very similar to Anki's Cosmo robot. He's mostly limited to voice control, and he's not super clever, he's just a little bit smart. That said, once you accept the fact that he is a robot which is 3 inches tall and just wants to hang out, you'll love it. He'll make you laugh by messing around with his cube or answer your questions, and he's generally just great fun, even if you just chill with him. $250 is still a lot of money for what you get. The full colour screen is awesome, but it's mostly limited to a single colour, although you can change this. Hopefully, a future upgrade will unlock his full colour screen. Coming early next year is the Vector Software Development Kit. Written in Python, this allows you to write code to interact with and control Vector. This is another exciting feature with massive potential, but you'll have to wait for it. Vector is great fun, and hopefully you'll get more street smarts as time goes on. A great desk companion and an all-round fun toy, Vector is amazing. We can't shake this feeling, however, that the excitement will wear off and Vector's tricks will become overused and tired. Only time will tell if this is the case. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you leave a like and a comment down below if you've not done so already. Visit the link in the description to read our full review, and make sure you subscribe to make use of. Hello, thanks for sticking around. If you visit the link in the description below, we're running a giveaway contest where you can win a Vector robot all of your own. If you enter the code ROBOT into our giveaway box, you'll gain some extra entries.